Hi, I'm Ash from DroningON. In part one, we had a look at the essential accessories from Freewell Gear, and we also announced our giveaway, where we'll be giving one lucky winner a 6-pack set of Freewell Mavic filters. To enter, all you need to do is complete 4 simple steps. Comment on our part 1 video and tell us how and where you'll use the filters with your Mavic. Click subscribe below to subscribe to our channel. Like our DroningON Facebook page, and like the Freewell Gear Facebook page as well. Links for the above are all in the video description, and once you've completed those steps, you're in, and we'll announce the winner on Monday the 27th of November. Good luck! Anyway, now on to part 2 of our review, where we'll look at the remaining accessories. So it's time to look at 3 different accessories now sent to us by Freewell Gear to look after our beloved Mavic transmitter. Now, most of us don't really enjoy flying the Mavic from a smart device like this phone because the display is small and it doesn't really give you a lot of flexibility or enjoyment from the experience. I much prefer instead flying using a large tablet like this, which is the Samsung S2. However, of course, the transmitter holder definitely doesn't stretch that big, and therefore you need to buy an accessory, and Freewell have sent us this one for test. So inside the box, the first thing we see is that we've got a nice neck strap. Now, based on the weight of this and the fact that it actually is made of CNC cut aluminium, it's a very light metal, but still it's going to be nice to have it supported around your neck. And also you don't get that with the Mavic transmitter, and if you're flying for, let's say, a full battery's worth, or maybe even 2, you could be flying for over almost an hour. So kind of nice to have that. We've got a small pivot joint, which we'll have a look at how that connects up. And we have a resizable, stretchable tablet mount. And then, of course, the nice, beautiful bit of CNC cut aluminium, which looks like that. So the way that this all slots together is you first of all put the ball joint into the back of the tablet cover and unscrew this first, pop that in, and then tighten that back up just temporarily. Of course, we'll be adjusting that later to the position that we want it to be in. Then take the CNC cut part, and there's a little twisty bit on the back of that. Pull that out, screw that into the back of the pivot unit, like that. Of course, you need to let that a little bit loose so that you can slide it up and down to fit. And once that's then in place, we can now take our Mavic transmitter, open up the grips like that, slide the little plug here on the far right as down as low as it will go, and then insert the whole unit in. There's a groove cut out here which perfectly fits around the little USB plug so that you don't damage it in case you want to use the transmitter with your smartphone. Then close the transmitter around it like that. And that is essentially it. Then basically position it as you need it. So with the tilt on there, and rotate the mount as you need it to. And then make sure you tighten all of the bolts. So that's that fitted. And then in theory, we can take our Samsung S2, and there you go. Lovely. And that's a really rigid mount. There's not a chance of that slipping out. It feels very, very robust in there. So with the tablet now mounted onto there, of course, we've got our nice neck mount as well to take the weight off our hands and arms. And it looks like that just clips into the top of the aluminium piece like that. And we can now put that around our neck. So really nice to be able to use a tablet with the Mavic like that. Now, obviously, when you've got that tablet fitted there, the screen behind is a little bit hidden, but I don't think many Mavic pilots take much notice of the screen anyway, because you've got the entire app on your smart device, so that screen becomes a little bit redundant. Now, as a side point, you do of course require the USB cable to be connected to the smart device in order to be able to get the app to connect to the transmitter. Now, these are inaccessible with this mount. However, the Mavic transmitter has a USB port on the bottom. And so all you need to do is use, for example, one of the Freewell USB cables, plug that into the bottom of the transmitter, and then plug the other end into your smart device like that. And now we've got a fully usable tablet mount connected up and ready to go. So it's a little bit hard to get the neck strap right, but with the neck strap around the neck, it does at least take a bit of weight off that transmitter. It is also quite nice as well because a lot of these tablet mounts end up mounting the tablet higher than the transmitter, and therefore they actually block the antennas on the Mavic. This one's quite nice because it sits parallel, which leaves the antennas nice and clear and free of reception. So yeah, overall, quite a nice mount, very good quality, and I love that CNC aluminium. Very, very neat job. Now, we all want to keep our Mavic transmitter looking nice, shiny and clean, and there are some options in terms of applying vinyl, but they can be a little bit too permanent for some. And so we've got this from Freewell, which is a transmitter cover. So it's basically a kind of PVC or soft feeling rubberized cover, which simply slots over the standard Mavic transmitter without having to do anything too brutal to it or too permanent. So extend the antennas up, pop that over like that, and then basically it's rubber, so it stretch it over the Mavic, a bit like putting on a wetsuit. Well, a little bit. And there we go. So it doesn't cover the bottom, obviously, because you still need to be able to retract the arms to insert your smart device, but it does give the transmitter a nice soft feel. All of the buttons, including the underside buttons, are still accessible, and of course, as are the buttons on top as well. So that's quite nice. It just means that when you're lugging your transmitter around and transporting it, you're not going to get anything damaged or scratched on it. And of course, the benefit is that it's interchangeable. So if you do manage to mess this one up, you just take it off and put another one on. No hassle of having to stick and unstick vinyl. So simple but effective, and I think this is less than $10 as well, this thing. And finally, when flying on a bright sunny day, if you are struggling to see the display on your smart device, you're going to need a monitor hood. And that's what Freewell have sent us here. So let's have a look at this. Now, this is only designed for a smart device. It's not necessarily going to work if you've got the tablet mount attached. But of course, you're not always going to be flying with the tablet mount, so it's quite handy to have this. So it's quite nice that it's foldable and it goes flat as well, so you could actually put this in any sort of storage case that you're using to keep your Mavic and transport it in without it taking up a lot of room. Now, it's worth noting that this sun hood is designed specifically for phones which are about the same size as the iPhone 6 or the 7 Plus. Therefore, it's not really quite geared towards the phone that I'm using here, which is the S8 Plus, which obviously is a very, very big phone. However, to connect it up, we'll give it a go. So, face the Freewell element towards the antennas of the phone and pass these two straps that we've got on the front here down into the gap in here, so like that. And then they come underneath the phone like that. And there's some Velcro on the back of the sun hood here that you can see. So then these little straps are Velcro as well. Just simply pull them and stretch them a bit and attach them like that. Now, there are extra straps here, so you could actually really reinforce them by threading them into these and clipping them in properly. But to be honest, that feels very sturdy to me. And with that on, you can see that the phone is in there nice and clearly exposed. And also there's a little hatch here that you can use for when you're piloting it. You can put your fingers in to touch the screen and obviously set any of the settings that you need to alter on the app. So using a sun hood doesn't necessarily mean that you no longer have access to the buttons on the app interface. And as with the tablet mount, this one also comes with a neck strap which clips onto both sides of the sun hood like that. And then basically you can put that around your neck and it's supported for you. So yeah, not a bad little accessory. And certainly on those really bright days, such as flying at the beach, normally the days that you're going to need a really high rated ND filter, this should do the job. So that's our review of the Freewell Mavic Accessories, although there will be a part 3 in the future to test the ND and CPL filter set fully. Subscribe now so that you don't miss out. Also, thanks again to Freewell for sending us these accessories for review, and links to all of the featured products are in the video description. Be sure also to visit their website. Thanks very much for watching, and remember to enter our giveaway competition. Details are on the screen now.